We're back again. Yeah, the CoWaCo, the company water cooler. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And we're not financial advisors. This is for education purpose only. And we're about to start off with free investing versus promoting. Chris, what you got to say, my man?
First off, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I am Chris. That is Leroy. Welcome to the company Water Cooler. We appreciate you for being here. So we're going to talk about the difference between advertising and promotion. So the difference between the two is very simple. But don't have ownership in Nike, that's free advertising. Because somebody watching you wear that Nike says, oh, that's a nice logo, those are nice shoes, that's a nice shirt. They're gonna go out, they're gonna buy that brand. Promotion, on the other hand, is different. And yes, we're getting into semantics here, but factually, it just is. We're talking about two different beginnings, one being the first letter of the alphabet, the other being somewhere in the middle. But promotion is when you have a stake in something, you want others to purchase it, and you go around promoting it, right? So think about a club promoter. The club promoter wants people to come to the club. So what does he do? He hires talent. I'm gonna get this rapper, I'm gonna get that rapper, I'm gonna get the rapper that's gonna bring me the most people. They're going to come to the door, pay a certain ticket price, they're gonna buy drinks, buy food, what have you. I'm gonna make a percentage of that, right? That's promotion. See, when I promote something, I have something to gain for it. But when I'm advertising something, right, oftentimes it's willy-nilly. It's, oh, well, I like Honda vehicles because they're good vehicles, they're this, they're that. So I bought one. I don't have any ownership in Honda stock. I don't have any Honda shares, but I have a Honda. So I'm gonna drive it. So if you're the only one in your group, or the only one in your family, or the other one in your group of friends that has a car and you drive a Honda, and you always playing taxi, picking everybody up, when your friends get enough money to buy a car, what do you think they're gonna buy, right? So you're advertising Honda for free. Tesla is the perfect example of this. Tesla has spent $0.00 on advertising. Why? Because if I drive a Tesla, I'm cool, I'm hip, I'm with the times, I'm in the future, I'm on the right side of history, right? When you see me pull up in a Tesla, and listen, please, I'm not gonna hold you, these are beautiful vehicles, they're very nice, sleek design, the engineering is fantastic, right? And it runs off a battery, like, oh my, well, several thousand, but it runs off about a battery pack, oh, this is great. There needs to be no promotion behind that because it's so cool, right? And I'm going to talk up my Tesla that I have to everyone around me anyway because it's the future, right? So I may not have Tesla stock. By the way, get stock before you get a Tesla. If you're going to spend $100,000 on a Model X, I would say take that $100,000, buy Tesla stock, wait a few months for that 100,000 to now be 500,000, and then go buy 2 Model X and still have $300,000 left over from your investment. But when you make a purchase of something that you don't have ownership in, you are advertising it for free. When you are promoting something, you have a stake in it. Buy Nike, it's the greatest athletic apparel, the greatest apparel on the planet. Why am I saying that? Because I have ownership in Nike. I want you to go buy Nike. So I'm going to promote Nike. I'm not advertising anything, right? You're not going to see me wear any other shoe but Nike shoes because I have ownership in it. So that's the difference between free advertising and promotion. When you advertise something, often it's for free. And when you promote something, it's because you have a stake in it, right? If I am a vegetarian, I will promote a vegetarian lifestyle because I have investments in vegetarianism. If I'm advertising for free meals, to give free meals, I might not necessarily eat all of the food content that come on the plate that I'm giving away for free. The contents on the plate that I'm giving away for free. Therefore, I'm advertising free food, right? Sometimes they do crossbreed, and you can do that. You know, your club organizations at school, you know, when you're on campus, if you want greater student participation in a student organization, it might be a mix of advertising and promotion. Because if you're a part of that organization, you're not getting paid any money for it most times. And the advertising for it is so that you can keep it alive, so that you can keep getting paid. But that's a different, like I said, that's definitely a crossbreed. That's a different scenario. Free advertisement, no stake. Promotion, stake.
That's what's up. Man, like how Chris be thinking. That's what's up. Yeah. All right, you all. Now we about to actually talk about investing in a down market.
Yeah.
What you got to say, Chris? What's up?
Yeah, listen, a whole lot, Sensei, a whole lot, because people are, and honestly, so this is what I'm impressed by. I'm impressed when family speaking about finances, financial literacy, and making money openly, right? At the table. I'll say, I won't say openly, I'll say at the table, around one another. Because the one who knows the most at the table can then say, hey, okay, I got that. You lost money on that? Well, technically you don't lose money until you sell for lower than what you buy and pull out. So you bought into stock, whatever, and it went down 30%, but you didn't lose any money, right? Because you still have ownership in that. Oh, okay, cool. So just wait for it to rebound and go up 40% and then sell and get your 10% to go. So I'm a huge fan that financial literacy is just, I'm so glad because once you become comfortable with your finances and understanding what you don't know and understanding what you do know, it's a lot easier to learn, a whole lot easier to learn. Get your body right first, get your soul and your spirit right, get your money right. You don't necessarily have to do those in that order. That's the order that I recommend. But get yourself physically together first. Get yourself spiritually together first. Get yourself mentally together first. Then get your money right. Put yourself in that win position mentally, physically, emotionally. So then you start acting that way. You start becoming that way, and you can get yourself together financially. When you invest in a down market, you got to understand that you might not get in at the lowest or the quote best price. You might not get in, right? Apple goes down 30%. You get in, you go, oh man, I got a deal. This is great. You did. Apple goes down 10 more percent. Don't panic. Don't get nervous. Oh man, this is it. I just love. No. Now is a better time as any to invest more, buy more. You already know Apple's a great company. It's in every hedge fund, it's in every ETF, it's in every investor's playbook. People have their whole future staked on Apple. So it's not going anywhere. Invest your money. Apple goes down another 10%, invest some more money. If it's a little rocky, it's a little shaky, I'm not too comfortable, okay, pick another company, right? Go put your money in Home Depot. All right, cool. This is because it's been doing a little better, right? If you need to see gains and you need to see upward trajectories of companies over a certain period of time, you got to do the research to know what companies those are. But we're not going to give you the companies that you invest in today, and 5 years from now they're out of business or they're bankrupt or they're no good. No. That's not what we're doing here. right? So when you invest in a down market, it's very, 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 very important to take the emotions out. This is a company. The job is to make you money. If they're not making you money after this amount of time, I'm done. Go find another company that's making you money, right? The goal is to live off of your investments. That's the goal. So when you invest in a down market, you look for good companies at a discount. Right? You hear us say that. You hear every investor on the planet saying that, because that company's not going to be on discount for long, right? When you go to the store and something is on discount, it's not on discount for 3 years. That's first off, that's not healthy, right? But then secondly, that discount would be, that's a foreclosure, or we going out of business. Everything must go if it's 50% off every single time you go in there, right? But treat investments in stocks and investments in publicly traded companies like people treat businesses, like people treat going out of business signs, right? Sears went out of business. 1 week, everything was 10% off. The next week, everything was 20% off. The next week, everything was 30% off. There was not a shortage of people going into Sears to buy things. More people started coming. Oh, I'm gonna wait till next week, but it's 70%. Boom, 70% off. The store is flooded with people, right? And Sears, obviously, you know that, because if we're going out of business and we have to be out of the store, we got to have everything clean. We got to have it in 6 months. By month 3, by month 4, everything is 95% off, right? But there's a peak, because when things start to get 50, 60, 70% off, okay, that's when we can expect to see our doors constantly open and people coming in, constantly coming in, right? So treat the market like you treat a sale on clothes, like you treat a sale on grocery, like you treat a sale on anything else, on these items that you need around the house. Treat it like that. Apple goes on sale, 30% off, 40% off. Boom, put a whole lot of money in it. They go 1,000, they go 2,000, they go 3, they go 200, they go 300. Boom, constant, because it's not going to last long. Apple is going to rebound. Apple is going to shoot back up. It's still a great investment, right? It doesn't really matter where, because Apple is always going. Apple will continue to go up for some time, right? It might have a couple months or a few months of stagnation, but we all know what happens every September, October, right? Apple they drop the new products. We all know what happens with your Apple phone 6 months after you get it. Calls start getting delayed, text messages. We know what happened. We know what that is, right? Great investment, great company. They have great minds working behind their company. It's ingenious. Make your investment.
All right, y'all. That's what's up. Down market, take advantage. Make sure you take advantage, because even whenever the pandemic happened, right? A lot of stocks was on sale, my man. And people was thinking, is this it? Is it over? And look what happened. Ooh. Shot up.
Gotta pay attention to that. Millionaires were made. Millionaires were made. I'm talking thousands of millionaires were made. I mean, if you take a stock like Zoom, you look at Zoom. Zoom was at one point like $500, and then before that, like $50. So it's just pay attention to these type things. That's why you got to take the emotion out. You have to take the emotion out. And if you know that you're an emotional investor, and you know that you have an emotional attachment to money, get rid of that attachment, right? The first thing, if you can't get rid of that attachment, invest money that you wouldn't mind losing if everything went away. So if that's $100 a paycheck, if that's $50 a paycheck, set it and forget it. take $100 that you get paid, open up a brokerage account, and invest in 2 ETFs. Never look at the account, just have your money automated, direct deposit into the account, whatever. Sign up for, you can even sign up for a Roth IRA. Contribute that $6,500 every year, put the money in there, don't even look at it. Cool. If that's how attached you are to money, I am going to suggest that you detach yourself from money and understand that it is not life itself, right? And as with everything, and as you will hear all the time from anyone who thinks, value is placed. It is not inherent, okay? So this building that I'm in has value because a certain number of people agree that this building has value, right? The building over there, the building over there, the building over there, it's the same thing. Your phone has value because you give it value. It's funny whenever you see somebody who's like, like if they show you a picture on their phone, but then they holding the phone the whole time they showing it to you, and you can't take it from them and hold it and look at it yourself. And you got you know what I mean? I get it. That's your phone. You pay for it, whatever. They have placed value with that phone, right? If I'm showing you a picture on my phone, take the phone and run. I don't care, right? Because there's nothing up there that you can use anyway. Now, if it was something up there that you could use, even then I wouldn't trip about it. But value is placed. It's not inherent. So it really is something that's earned. So this building had to earn the value that it had from the years of people agreeing that it's valuable. The same thing with money. Money is only valuable because you say it's valuable, right? If you walking down the street, you see $100 on the ground. If money wasn't worth anything, that money, it would just stay there. Dan Frank would just be on the floor. Like, hey, we don't need it. But because we use money as an exchange, it has value. We don't trade and barter. Oh, well, let me get 300 pounds of strawberries. I'll give you 300 pounds of wheat. We don't do that, right? How much is that 300-pound barrel of wheat that you have? Let me get that. So it's the value of things. It's the value. Be mindful where you place the value. Place the value with self. Then place the value with your family. Then use money as that resource to say, hey, let's get ourselves free.
I hear you. All right, you are now the traders they're actually out there, and they're also really good at doing things that are like short term. Even in a down market, you can also make money too, but that's when you're doing options per se, you know. So that's something kind of like people that's actually really good at doing that. They make money in a down market whenever the stocks is going down. They have the options in there. When it's going down, they collect the money out. But Chris said something very important. He said quality companies. You know, quality companies are going to be around. They're not going anywhere. Like you said, they're going to go back up. You'll be sitting pretty when you in those quality companies. You know, so just make sure you keep that in mind. Quality companies. So we about to diss out some quality companies' names or favorite stock pick for the week.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
For the week. So I got my 3, Leroy.
All right.
Amazon, Home Depot, and Walmart. Home Depot, honestly, is like Home Depot is kind of like a clutch play. But I mean, you know, the building hasn't stopped. Everywhere you look, it's always construction. So they, you know, go to Home Depot. I've seen a uptick in Lowe's, but you get they're both in the same ETF. I think like the number 2 and 3 spot for in XL, one of the XLs, but
Oh,
Home
XLY.
Depot, XLY, yeah. Home Depot is, it's a great company. They treat employees right. They are veteran friendly, which is always good for a company in America. Amazon, because even though they have some issues with their workers right now, the future that Amazon has planned is amazing. And the visionaries that Amazon has working is just, I mean, some of the stuff that these guys have planned, man, like, whole cities with drone deliveries, pretty much it's a catered, pampered lifestyle, where everybody's getting everything and they're entertained and they're fed and they're medicated from the same company. And when they go to Mars or whatever planet they're trying to go to, I'm for it. I'm not gonna be there, but y'all have fun. And then Walmart, of course, the dividend play. And throughout these past 2 years, Walmart prices have stayed pretty decent. I mean, you've seen some uptick on a lot of stuff, but Walmart is going to keep those prices low because they have a store everywhere. And the plans that they have for the future as well is going to be phenomenal because they have 4,000 plus distribution center to central. So whatever they roll out hit shelves all around the country, seemingly immediately. So Amazon, Home Depot, and Walmart for me this week.
Okay. I feel you. All right. Now, for me, it's going to be called Advanced Micro Devices, which is AMD. AMD in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And also, which is a chip company. And then I'm going to another chip company, which is NVIDIA. So that's 2 for you all. And then also, I'm gonna mention this one again, Block, which was known as Square, but they changed the name to Block.
Yeah.
I mean, they like just been, changing with the times. As times are changing, they're changing. They're making sure to keep up. And they just be buying up companies on the low.
Acquisition, that's what you're supposed to do. The bigger you get, the more you acquire.
And so
big fish eat little fish.
There you go. And if you think about those NVIDIA and AMD, these are the chips and stuff that they're using for like the Tesla cars, So and then you got where these are inside of gaming systems, It's just inside of technology, computers that constantly being used, phones. What you think as the future move on, they're gonna still be using these chips,
Yeah.
So just remember, like Chris said before, investing in those products for promotion. That's what's up.
Promotion. Never advertise. Always promote. Always. If somebody asks you, if bro come up and ask you, or shorty come up and ask you, like, hey, where you get that from? You might be in a good mood, or you might tell them. But if you're not making any money from it, I mean, this is capitalism. Like, the name of the game is money. So if you asking me where I got something from, and I tell you, and I'm not making any money off of it. I mean, you know, I just advertise. I was free for them. They don't deserve. I don't work for them, right? It's a cutthroat way of thinking about it, but think about it like this right here. Would you want any and everybody just like marketing and promoting? I mean, it's a certain caliber. Like, I mean, with me personally, it's not. I don't want any and everybody not. I mean, yeah, okay, money is great, whatever. But with that comes a certain craft, right? And you know, oh, well, these prices are too high. I don't want to strike on my hands. You know what I mean? So if you're gonna pay for my stuff, it's quality, it's good, then you can absolutely tell people where you got it from. Do it as an investor, but when you give information, when you give people the names of companies that you're not making money, and I'm just gonna say this for companies. When you wear clothing, when you wear name brand clothes and you don't have investment in those companies, and that it costs you $1,000 or $4,000. If a pair of shoes costs you $4,000, and somebody like, oh man, where you get them from? And you tell them they cost $4,000 and you got them from, you know, this retailer, or it was shipped over here in a gold box or whatever. That company, the company thanks you, obviously, because that's $4,001. But I mean, think about you didn't get any piece of that $4,000. Obviously, if you eat the rib or you eat chicken or you eat whatever, and somebody like, hey man, where you get that rib from? Hey, you know what I mean? Down there at Smokey's Barbecue, man, it's the best. They're going down to Smokey's, right? Because that's, you know, locally owned, small mom and pops, right? But if somebody asking you what kicks you got on your feet, and you're like, oh man, I paid $5,000 for these. These is the new Bahoo-Bahoos, and the Bahoo-Bahoos, man, they come in the gold box with the print, and they go, oh man, I want the Bahoo-Bahoos, and they take the Bahoo-Bahoos, and they go online, it's $5,000. You ain't make a penny off of that $5,000 play, and Bahoo-Bahoo thanks you very much, right? When it comes to a company, if you're not making money, when it comes to a recognizable brand, a national brand, yes, you're gonna wear it. Many people wear Nikes and don't have any money in any Nike stock, which is very unfortunate. But I'll take it for them. And they don't talk about having, oh man, you know, whatever, because I can see and go, okay, yeah, you know, whatever, and I can go get them myself, right? So some advertising you're going to do, I don't even want to say by mistake, because you purposefully went to go purchase a product. But some advertising you're going to do unknowingly. I mean, either because you just don't know, or because you can't hide the fact that when you put Nikes on, it's the big ass swoosh on both sides. You know what I mean? They got them on all four corners of the shoe. So sometimes you can't help it, unless you want to go and get some no logo shoes, which, you know, you could do that as well. But it's all about promotion. I am promoting Nike. I am promoting Walmart. I am promoting Apple. I'm not advertising anything. I am promoting these things because if you go purchase them, you go buy them, that makes me money. I like that. If you become an investor in those companies, that also makes me money, because now the supply for shares is down, but the demand is still up, which means the price is going to go up. So thank you very much. So it's all about promotion, never advertising.
All right, you all. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. The company water cooler, the CoWaCo. We out.
See you next week.